Dee da 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 da. Hey, hey, hey! I'm recording over here. Oh, hey, it's me, T, from the Pattersons taking train to Tibet. I'm here in Good Bedford, the village. Yeah, yesterday when I talked to you, I had a little amazing. When I first I travel, I change locations a lot on this planet, and every time I go someplace new, then I got to get used to the fauna, the flora, whatever the heck makes you the pollen, whatever it is. So, but now I'm better. The nose doesn't matter. Look, here's what I want to. Like I said, we're in Quebec. You know what that means? That means we got animals. Oh, the doggies are in there. Remember I told you yesterday the seven puppies and the mama in there. I'll tell you another day. Right now we're just gonna hang out for just a bit because we got to be short because it's Instagram. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world. Well, here's a couple of. I don't want to hit headlines or whatever, because I only get it through the internet now, unless I go. Well, I don't like to get stuff through the. I shouldn't say that. You could do your research back and forth, but there's a thing that's the funniest thing that I came across was that the administration put out the U.S. administration, the governing the people that got selected, and the individuals got selected, and then the people elected them, and then they supposed to be legitimate. They're supposed to be speaking for the United States and all the rest of that stuff. Anyway, well, they actually speaking for what is it, the oligarchy or the transnational, whatever they do there, 'Cause, oh, get this. Let me just finish. So they put out a $50 million bounty on Nicolas Maduro, the head of Venezuela, that's been elected a whole bunch of times, more and more times than a bunch of these people. Anyway, this is hilarious. Now, unbeknownst, let's say Venezuela has a how you say, a relationship with BRICS. Okay, and we'll get into that some other time, because there's some official BRICS nation that is some on the waiting list, blah blah blah. But what you understand, they're all talking to each other, and a lot of times with these countries, when they make these deals, when they don't tell you about. Especially when they usually tell you about the economic deals because of money, everything's trade, or they tell you about this or that. Military, they don't get so much into it because, well, the BRICS doesn't get so much into it. But when you have associations like that, that means they're sharing what we call intelligence. You know, the classic one is that, as you know, the United States and Israel, their intelligence, and Britain, their intelligence is like this. They're like, three peas in trying to fit into one pod kind of thing. Anyway, so somebody, I don't know, maybe it says somebody, maybe I'm giving too much credit to whatever, but his response, President Nicolas Maduro's response to this $50 million, what do you call that, a bounty, reward for his capture, or I don't know what they think they're going to do. he, his answer was like, oh, well, I'm offering, I forgot what the number was. Let's just say it's $50 million. I don't think it is. I'm offering $50 million to release the Epstein files. Oh, sometimes international politics can be fun. Okay, let's leave that alone. That's one thing. Here's what concerns me more than that. I just saw the headline. The B1 Brigade. Those folks. They have this headline. What is the headline anyway? That ICE, the whatever, the people that kick people out of the United States, the immigration people, right? They have lowered their age to become an ICE agent or ICE operative or whatever they're called. They lower their age. I haven't read the article enough like that, so I don't. It doesn't really. Well, that's what it is. But here's what concerns me. A couple of years ago, before Trump, Biden put in this thing where if you come to the United States and you can sign. If you get into the United States legally, illegally, however it is, right? Then you can sign up to become in the military, you know. So now all these people that's running here, basically, let me just say it this way: they're cowards. When I say they're cowards, they don't want to fight. They don't want to fight to save their country. Oh no, but we got the cartels. They got weapons. Sorry, what can I tell you? I'm Black American. You know what I mean? That's right. I'm an American African, like that. And we've been fighting for like over 400 years in the belly of the beast. So if you don't defend your homeland, as Commander Ibrahim, if you don't want to defend your homeland, why are you running to the people who basically made it so you had to run? In other words, the United States peoples, not peoples, those government people, they basically put their army into your and I say sponsored all your terrorists, or whatever you want to call them, the people that made you run. And then instead of you fighting them on that thing, you're going to run to the people who made it. So you're going to run from the water they made, and come to the thing, and then join the enemy. So now, at some particular point, that means that if you're in the army or the military, that means that you're going to have to go and complete the job or continue the job that they've been doing. It's confusing to me, right? Why would you run away from this fight to join the enemy and get trained by the enemy to come back to continue the fight for what the enemy wants? I don't understand. Enlighten me. Anyway, so of course, what that means is that, and it's supposed to be a way to citizenship, right? In other words, if you fight for the United States for their bidding, and it's not really the United States, it's the transnational, whatever those people are, those people that, they got to sell the weapons, and they're making money to do that, and they take that money and they put it over here to do that and that, and they have all these schemes. They got so many schemes. They got a lot of schemes. So that concerns me. It really, really does. It concerns me, because that means their army gets bigger and they keep on training these people. And remember, that the level that they come in on, what they're doing is an audition to say, okay, what mercenaries can we get out of this group here? So when they go there 2 years in the army or whatever whatever the thing is right now, when they either leave the army and they become citizens of the United States, but also they've been let's say auditioned. In their training, right? So you train. You can say, oh, that person. Oh, let me see where that person. See where they go. When they leave, they got no. They still can't get no job, whatever have you. Then you have these mercenary companies will hire you. You see, because remember, the military, especially the United States military, it's nothing but poorly paid mercenaries. Because what are you doing? You're doing the bidding of the corporations that fled, that have bona fides, I know, but I like to say bona fides because I'm black. In the United, through Delaware, whatever, Biden's state, whatever, they're doing the bidding of corporations, which America is nothing but not one big corporation that does nefarious things, because they want to rape the land, divide and conquer. And when they divide, as soon as they get a division in there, then they send a snake through. They snake their division to make the chasm a little bit bigger. Anyway, I'm waxing on about this because I'm not angry. I'm going like, okay. But remember, and I'm gonna end here by saying this: my clarion call. Well, the call is clarion. My clarion, my call is for everybody. I don't care who you are, what your opinion is, right? Get yourself onto a platform and just spew, right? Because the more spewers we have, then we can separate. Oh, this guy is spewing nonsense. This guy's making sense. Oh, let me listen to this. Let me research that. So that's much better. I mean, I have certain people that I follow, for entertainment purposes. Other people I follow because they know what they're talking about, like the court report. James Corbett over there in northern Japan. Love that guy. I've been following him for years. There's certain people that I follow. Let's put it that way. Of course, I get some information from Gerald Horn, or his thing that he does, his books and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, there's people that you can follow, and you follow them, and you say, oh, okay, they might be right there. Ooh, I see. Okay. And then you do your own research. Easy peasy. So don't do the easy peasy stuff by joining the enemy to continue the degradation and the slaughter of your peoples. Running someplace to do that. Do something that uplifts the human condition. Let's put it that way. Okay, I got to go, but I'm gonna just blah 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 because this. Think of this as a well, it's a grand rising report because there's the sun right there. This East King that he died, and a little bit. It's been up for a couple, no, only about a couple of hours. You know, I was I hang out in the blue light brigade, but anyway, you don't worry. We'll talk another time. All right, take care.